check. Got it. Mic check.
Yo,
Help me, Zach.
stream your screen, and that could probably help.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I might have something.
Just stream your screen to Discord. Um, Raft. Yeah. You have that muted, by the way. Make sure that you have the Beer League stream muted so it doesn't echo back. Yeah, you do. But I'm not muted. So the stream is hearing me, but That's fine. Scroll down in the like draft on sources. One section to the right and scroll down. Click on that one. Hit right click it and go to the properties or whatever. Oh wait, there you go. Maybe that. No, not that. Right click it, go to.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a
Well,
phone
I
or
get
tablet.
ganked by Google. Properties at the bottom. What monitor is it that one? Go on that one and then hit OK. Why is my draft overlay? Is it working if you put it on the other screen? It looks like it's not capturing anything for some reason. Yeah. It should just be display capture, and then if you put it on whatever monitor you're using, it should just capture that screen. And that draft one, that's what was on there, right? There's different sources in each scene, so it's not going to show when you're in starting soon. Well, that's your audio, so that's just what you're hearing, which looks like it's good because I'm coming through. That display capture one, delete the source quick and make a new one and see if that works. Just right click it. Yeah, your OBS looks a little different than mine, but yeah, just delete it. Remove. Yes. You have a, yeah, there you go. And then hit the plus down at the bottom. And you should have display capture. Like 5 down. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, doesn't matter what it's called. See, it should pop up in here. And then when you hit, yeah, I mean nothing's popping up. Trying to think.
Art can shed light on our fears.
So I go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You might need.
I don't need more
Oh!
enemies. Seems you left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you
Why
go
is
get
this
them?
like? Look, like.
Okay.
I mean, I think you can put it on. Try putting it on your main screen, my main monitor right now. I think since you changed the capture method, it fixed it. There you go. Okay, just hit OK then, and then you should be good to go. You have to resize the display window in in OBS. Drag OBS back over here so I can see it quick. So drag that big window that's showing, like the red box, drag the corners in. So it's fit. Throw it up in the top corner and then drag it across.
I am the one to fear.
There you go. I mean, if you have a stream without the overlays, it's not going to be the end of the world, but yeah, anything's better than having it perfect, I would say. I'm good. I got a couple things I have to do, otherwise I would, but yeah, I will. Good luck, my friend. No problem.
All right, chat. We're here. It's going to be a rough one. Technical difficulties abound. But we have seen the full draft, so we know what's going on. I'm just getting my Twitch windows set up as we get launched into game here. So, what are we thinking? Is anyone here? I might just be by myself anyway. Yes, they do indeed let just anyone cast these days. And just anyone today is me. And I have been struggling to get my setup going. So let's see what we got. We got Coach Rivals CR over here with Lucian Nami bot lane, a classic. We got Zach in the jungle, a Mordekaiser top, and a Victor. On the 1 IQ side, looks like we're going to have an Ornn top, a Beer League classic. Get us some mindless tanks to sit top lane. And then we'll get to see Donovan on the Volibear. I think that's the first time he's Volibeared this season. I think it was Amumu both times last week. We got a Kai'Sa Soraka bot, and a Taliyah mid could be pretty spicy. This should be a game of the mid matchup. The 1 IQ mid, Rihi, aka Richie, absolute definite player of the week from last week. Absolutely crushed it on Yone a couple games. And but is actually only a 4-point laner, according to Beer League and the rating committee, after he absolutely smoke-checked the league last week. So we'll see if he can keep that up this season. And then over on the CR side, their mid lane, their Victor, is actually a 6-pointer. So mid lane matchup promises to be very, very spicy. Might be a battle of the mid lane this game. And Bucci says that Richie is both his baby's father and mother, which can't argue with that. Definitely like to see the Soraka with a Volibear Ornn. Endless healing to support a couple of beefy boys will be nice. A lot of beef on the CR side as well, though. Zach going to be doing a lot of healing on his own already, and Mordekaiser, really likes standing on top of a lot of melee tanks, so CR might have some answers for that beefy 1 IQ frontline. Let's see if I can get some music going for us too. Y'all hear that in chat?
When the sky caves on tomorrow and you're bleeding,
Oh yeah,
that's borrowed.
we got our hype music while we wait for spectator leg. We got 20 seconds left.
Fight for what's yours. No one needs to be around for you to be a hero now. So fight for
Alright, no more music. We're gaming now. Let's see what we've got. Can you guys see that? I got a black screen on mine. Uh-oh. Alright, back to troubleshooting we go. Alright. Let's see.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah.
And we're live again. Okay. OBS really fucking hates me, but we are back in it. Alright. So we got Chicas on Zac, starting the red buff with a leash. If you ask my team, there's no reason any jungler should ever get a leash in 2024. So already some susserinos going on for CR. Looks like top lane is already getting spicy at level 1. Ched looking to punish already. Mordekaiser generally having a pretty good time into these large tanks like Ornn, but depends on how many of those Qs you soak in lane, I suppose. And looks like we've got both junglers clearing in opposite directions. Red side start for everyone. Richie's already getting a little spicy in mid lane, doing some Taliyah speedy walking around walls. So far nothing too crazy, except for this top lane. Oh, getting an early flash from Sleepy Panda, aka You Just Got Slapped. Which I guess I shouldn't say on stream because apparently it's offensive. But oh, Control Shift Z to zoom out farther. Oh, look at that. Now we can see everything. There we go. On-screen timers for you too. Based. Slamurai Jack with all these stream coachings made me miss this gank bot. Didn't end up working out too well anyway. We got a flash from the Nami and a flash from the Volibear matching each other. Nami still hovering around. Not sure what she's looking for here when her jungler's top, but could be. Lucian solo walking into the turret, but decisively winning the trade anyway. Looking like a pretty confident CR bot lane to be doing Lucian turret dives 1v2 into known ganks. Like to see that confidence. Looks like Chicas might be looking for a gank top. Classic Zac out of vision, and ooh, they almost timed that perfectly, but looks like they should be getting the kill here anyway. A nice gank, not bad. Missed the Zac knockup due to the timing on the Mord E, but very, very close nonetheless. We're gonna get a TP top as Ornn comes back to say, here I am to soak XP and wait for 6. Looks like so far we're just about dead even in CS pretty much everywhere except for mid lane where Richie's got a nice 10 CS lead already. Looks like we'll see Donovan pull the first dragon and get it started. Ocean Drake, certainly never bad, and definitely not when you've got a Volibear Ornn. Probably equally good for CR if they are able to steal it. Zach likes healing. Nami likes healing people. Oh, we're starting to see some poke in mid lane. God, I was about to talk about how Richie hits like a wet paper bag, and then he got that empowered Talia Q. I don't know what you call that. Maybe not empowered, but it was a big one. Chica's hovering, looking for a Zac gank, but Richie's going to back off and find a ward. Donovan will walk through. Was able to secure that dragon with no intervention from anyone else in the game. And he's going straight into a grub pull. A little suspicious after showing mid, and we'll see Chicas rotate up here. Richie's heading that way already. Let's see if CR decides to contest. They do have their top lane on reset, so they will not have numbers advantage. Oh, he canceled the reset. Here we go. Looking like we're going to get a full-on team fight here. 1IQ trying to collapse on the Victor, but deciding that they don't win this 3v3 and backing out. I believe they did secure one grub, though. Yep, Donovan grabbed one grub before all the fighting started, so not in a terrible position. They definitely got first drag. Should be ahead here still. Let's check in with bot lane. What are we doing? Oh, and in the past minute, we've seen a big CS swing bot lane. CR bot Eric 29, almost 20 CS up on the Kai'Sa right now, and they're continuing to push them into tower. Very aggressive CR bot lane here. Love to see it. Here we go. Oh, looking for a kill bot. Gets the Soraka flash. And just continuing to freeze this 1IQ bot lane off as much XP and gold as possible. I think we should see a... Let's see where my game controls here. Try to check our gold advantage here. Looks like we're going to have Richie rotating towards bot. Thinks better of it. CR bot lane taking a reset here. And we've still got just over 2 minutes until next Drake is up. Exact same timer on grubs as Dragon, actually. Donovan hanging out bot again, and this CR bot lane just does not care in the slightest. Every time he walks down looking for a gank, they just walk towards him. We will see Richie coming in with the Talia. Could be a big ult opportunity here. There it is. Oh, Eric gets pushed to the other side, but we should at least see a dead Nami here. Caress from CR looking to engage as well, but they're playing a dangerous, dangerous game. Oh, Wandering Monarch looking for the turret dive on Kalista and just not quite able to get through that barrier. So a good 1-for-1 trade for CR, and they've got Chicas rotating down full health. They may be in a good position to get this second dragon now. We do still have about 45 seconds until it spawns, but Donovan might be cooked here. What's stronger, Zac damage or Soraka healing? We're going to find out. Oh, but Caress is walking up, and he should be able to clean this fairly nicely. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the longest fight of all time. And now CR actually gets turned on and double killed right as second Drake spawns. I don't know how it's legal that 1IQ got to do that for so long, but that was what we call a numbers diff right there. 1IQ with a full reset, running back to re-engage before anyone from CR rotated over to help. And CR bot lane trying to hang back and push 1IQ off the dragon. And they say, I am in fact a bear, and I will run at you. Let's check in with our gold here. Looks like we got about an 800 gold lead for Mordekaiser top lane. About 500 for Zac. Oof, and a very large gold lead in the mid lane. Over 1k there. Richie's 4-kill involvement thus far. Pretty even bot side of the map. But again, we're seeing another, what I would love to call a team fight. But again, CR is outnumbered. Still doing the best they can, and they are picking up some kills here, as well as getting a nice dive off bot lane. We'll have to go back and watch that one as well. Oh my god, and as I mock them for being outnumbered, they win that fight 3v4, getting 2 kills in the semi-team fight top. They'll clear grubs, which will give them 4, just enough for grub buff. And let's go back and check out this turret dive bot lane. Let's see, how do I get my... Quick rewind off here. And we'll check out this turret dive. Wandering Monarch. Definitely gonna hold this tower easily. Oh, and a great Nami bubble. Nice job sidestepping the Nami ult there, but a bubble to trap him between the ult and the tower. And a clean turret dive and a couple of plates for CR, as well as a grub buff. So it's definitely still anyone's game. CR now, after these plays, will come out with a slight gold lead, a little over 2k. So not too bad there. 1IQ still with 2 dragons on the stack. So we're starting to look like 1IQ's win con is probably going to be somewhere around a Dragon Soul. And CR maybe just looking to continue to push turrets and get gold advantage here as much as possible. Oh, and we may see Ched going down here. Mordekaiser in the Death Realm, but Ornn gonna survive. And as soon as he comes out, there's a big bear there, just a dunk on his head. Got the style points. Well done, Mr. Dunny. Zac looking for an opportunity to engage this Ornn. Oh, and he's gonna get it. Oh, doesn't see where he is through Fog of War. We've got magical caster view, so we can see everything. But didn't quite see that Ornn. That would have been a free kill right there. And now we've got Kalista engaging on the CR bot lane, but she is going to be just out of her depth. Does not have the burst to finish off that Nami. And Lucian will walk up, and we should see a double. Yep. This CR bot lane looking very, very strong. The only time we've seen them not in the driver's seat this game is in a 2v4 trying to defend a dragon and getting run down by a Volibear. So I tend to give it to him on that one. Richie getting engaged on by Caress. Donovan and Chicas both running in. And 1IQ going to come out of that a little worse for the wear with a lot less health. We've got CR bot lane rotating up into the jungle as well, but this Nami's spotted on a couple of wards. Do love to see that aggression into the enemy jungler. Once they know he's getting chunked out, though. Up to just over a 3k gold lead now for CR. Still waiting on this topside turret. Very stubborn, playing into an Ornn that never has to leave the lane. Hard to get any progress there. Let's see. CR bot lane hovering around mid. Looks like they'll probably stay there as we see Viktor move into bot. And let's see, we've got Wind Dragon coming up in about 55 seconds. Should see another team fight here. CR definitely looking stronger now, especially with that 4-1 Lucian with a nice Essence Reaver. Would be very nice to see him get a reset and finish a second item before Dragon, but I don't think he'll quite have it. 1IQ definitely has the Wombo combo. They have the ability to burst that Lucian, but Mordekaiser, Zac, and a Nami ult is quite a bit to try to dive through. And unfortunately here, we've got a beefy front line on both sides, and I think CR just wins the ADC battle in this one, at the current time at least. Kai'Sa is quite a ways behind. Let's check on gold again. Yeah, only about 1,500 actually advantage for the Lucian, but he's certainly been putting out the damage. And we see CR has Prio on the Drake. They start it immediately. They do not... Oh, they're committing. 1IQ engaging. Ornn ult versus Nami ult. Lucian on the flank just melting, but now he'll be engaged on as well. Oh, and 1IQ just has enough beef left over. Oh, they're still in a precarious position here, but they do have an ADC. Oh, and it looks like they will just barely get cleaned up. And a very nice fight on both sides. CR leaning into the advantage of a built-in res on the Zac there. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you're rooting for, I guess, if you take two very similar comps and mash their faces together, the one with the bigger wallet usually wins. And that's what we'll see there. Yeah, both this Zac and Mordekaiser are looking very big now. 4-1 and 4 for each of them. Quite a bit of gold in their pockets, and they are ready to tank a whole lot of frontline. All right, chat, what do we think? How does 1IQ pull out the win in this game? What do they need to do? Donovan hanging out bot lane. As soon as he steps up, right onto a ward though. Viktor got double ward coverage. Oh, and as I say that, they take away their pink. Alright, drops a new ward. They do have Volibear ult here. They may look for a dive nonetheless. And they're definitely stepping up for it. And it looks like that bot tower will fall. CR making the right call by immediately turning to trade the Rift Herald, seeing that that jungler is bot lane. Some excellent macro going around on both sides. CR will hit just about a 4k gold lead off that Rift Herald. And now it looks like we're just doing a whole lot of posturing mid. Everybody anxious for this next dragon to spawn. About 2.5 minutes left on Drake. 30 seconds until Baron comes up for the first time. Likely will not see an early Baron unless we see a nice juicy team fat wipe here. Despite CR having twice the kills, the game is still fairly close. Definitely anyone's to win. This aggressive CR bot lane ready to dive at a moment's notice. They got Zac on the wing. Looks like they're going to be engaged on. It's going to be a nice 3v4 here. Donovan going straight for the Nami, trying to take the squishiest target. Chica's in the back, just wreaking havoc on everyone. Oh, and the Mordekaiser TP's in, and that's going to be a big loss for 1IQ. That Mordekaiser is just absolutely makes it impossible to run this beefy front-to-back team comp. CR making the aggressive play here, goes straight into a Baron call, and 1IQ is all about it. They know. They're standing on several wards, so CR knows as well. Will they have enough to push them off here? Mordekaiser looks like he ripped the ult immediately on the 1IQ ADC. Kai'Sa's running in the back, stuck against the wall. May live, but come out very chunked, and Mordekaiser gets dumped back out into the whole team, and will clean out everyone else. CR pretty low here, though. If they try to rerun this Baron, I think that it's probably a wipe. And may not have the worst timing here. Mordekaiser dropping the Rift Herald top. Dragon is spawning in 25 seconds. 1IQ definitely going to be very, very late to the Dragon play if they try to contest it. CR backing, and it looks like Zac, Victor, Nami, and Lucian are all going to run straight to that Dragon. So CR going to get there a little bit late as well, but a solid 20 seconds ahead of 1IQ. Double pinks and Baron, so everybody's got eyes on the big old snaky boy. CR not moving in on this Dragon, and they will see Donovan on this pink now. And they're going to, looks like, respond to an anticipated Baron play. CR's carries are all down here hovering this Dragon, wondering where their jungler's at, it looks like. But Zac is content to stand up here on the ward. CR's carry is now going to move in and just take the objective themselves. Who needs junglers? Not in this game. And Chica's running down for the quick secure. 1IQ still trying to hover and get in position to contest a potential Baron play. But a whole lot of waffling there. Nobody committing to an objective. CR looks like we'll be content to siege for a bit here. Try to get some pressure with their grub buff. And a big dive, but not a big wave here. CR might see this start to go badly. Spending a lot of time in this tower. Oh, and Mordekaiser will get picked out there, and Shed should be going down. And this might be signs of life for 1IQ. If we can translate this into a Baron play, we might just have some... Oh, and a huge Taliyah E. If that had hit and Eric29 had gone down, then we certainly would have seen a Baron call here. We are seeing 1IQ move in for the Baron nonetheless. Chica's rotating already. Lucian and Nami know what is afoot, and they are moving in to contest. Lucian just going to immediately rip the ult, go straight into a Soraka silence. But now Chica's in the backline, doing Zac things, pumping tons of damage with a full tank build. CR's carries in the backline, starting to clean up 1IQ. 1IQ still stuck, trying to fight into this Zac, but they just cannot deal damage to the blob monster. Oh, and we get another Nami ult. Oh my goodness. I think we just saw 2 Nami ults in 1 minute. And now CR will certainly get a free Baron. And with a 24-9 kill lead, evened out the drag advantage, run and grub buff, and a Baron, we should see them siege here and expect to see at least 1 inhibitor fall. Let's check on our gold here. Oh, I guess we got gold at the top as well. I'm just blind. And that will put CR up to a 10k gold advantage. 9.8 if we're splitting hairs, but just about a 10k gold advantage. Ched happy to stand here mid lane and let Baron do the work. And it's starting to look a little bit out of reach for our friends over here at 1IQ. Let's check on some rosters here and let Directed Cam do some work for us. And let's review this Coach Rivals roster. Yeah, so this Karis, CR's ADC, Lucian. Oh, is it not Karis? Did he change his name? Oh, Karis is subbed mid. My calls have been off the whole time. They swapped roles. Incredible. Their rostered mid is playing ADC, and their rostered ADC is playing mid. Hence my surprise that their 2-point ADC is running the game. But in fact, this is their 6-point ADC. 1IQ actually getting a pretty good engage off on CR here now. And Eric29 will go down. 1IQ still kind of posturing around here. We don't have Dragon up for another full minute, but certainly wasting a lot of CR's time. We only saw 1 single tower fall to that Baron buff, which is probably best case scenario for 1IQ. A very lackluster push from CR after taking the Baron. And we've got 5th Dragon of the game spawning here in 30 seconds. CR throwing another Lucian ult to melt some waves and get some tower push. Eric trying to take this tower down without minions. He says, I've got Nami heals for days. This is fine. Should see this mid T2 go down to a couple of autos. CR happy to continue sieging. They've got a little bit of Baron left. Just a few more seconds. And Mordekaiser just hanging out, clearing some wards. CR as a full team, moving directly onto this dragon, and they should have it fully cleaned up before 1IQ can even get in the same zip code. Let's see that go down. And 1IQ getting some pressure off mid, not quite enough to actually get that turret bounty. Dropping a Nami ult. Richie standing front line. Oh, until a Zac lands on his head. And this Zac is just a problem. Oh my goodness. 1IQ not even able to touch the CR carries as this Zac is just bouncing around in the middle of their entire team. And we just don't appear to have an answer. Donovan trying to dive to get a kill on the ADC before he goes down, but it was not to be. We've just got a lot of healing on this CR side. A lot of healing baked into both teams, but CR's got the pocketbook to hold that healing up. And as they just continue to take engages over and over again, they just continue to come out ahead. And we might see a push to end here. Zac. Diving Wandering Monarch. Happily walks right back out, seeing a Nexus tower go down. Richie's here on the side, looking to skirmish. And 1IQ respawning, moving back. CR very diligently clearing as much of 1IQ's jungle as possible. Keep him as gold starved as we can as we push towards the end of this game. Let's see what we've got. CR just hovering 1IQ's jungle on repeat now, looking for engages. Oh, Wandering Monarch taking a very sus back in the middle of the lane as CR hovers around him and almost gets one shot by that Lucian ult. CR getting mid and bottom prepped to push. They've still got mid pushing with some supers. 1IQ is going to have to cluster up mid here to defend. And CR are already starting to posture towards the Baron. Their beefcake front line is not there. This might be the only shot 1IQ gets at an actual engage. Mordekaiser's bot, Zack's farming a blue buff. If 1IQ can get an actual engage off here on the CR bot lane and clean them up quickly, this could be a big turn, but we seem to not be committing quickly enough. Much happier to grab our red buffs. The outnumbered CR ADC now saying, well, watch this for an engage. And again, we've got 3 1IQ members trying to beat up on this Zack. He goes from 100 to 80 and back to 100 again. Oh my goodness. And he is just loving it. Chica's having the time of his or her life, healing away. And that'll wrap it up for game 1. So what started with actually a moderate advantage for 1IQ very quickly went completely out of hand. And so a pretty dominant performance from CR here. Well, with that being said, let's see if we can get draft going again. That's a great transition. Let's go with that. All right. Now we'll be hanging out for a minute while we wait for draft for game 2 to begin. And then I will try to figure out how to get our scores displayed here. Got our player of the week now. Rihi going crazy. And update my visuals again here. Oh, that sound. Oh, this is supposed to be my camera. Okay. Hold on. We'll get that going too. Oh, hey, look at that. All right. Greetings, fellow gamers. Yes, chat. Rihi with the definite player of the week from last week. Absolutely crushed it on some Yone gaming. Went absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can grab some clips for y'all. Let's see what we've got on the old Gear League YouTube, shall we?
So today, originally, I was going to be telling a story of the one time the players went to the Abyss, but then I was like, well, that's...
We need to start doing some more clips, that's what I think. Da, da, da.
ABW really be able to chase down any further.
Oh, excuse me. What I should be doing is putting us into the draft. All right, here we go. We're drafting. All right. I'm sorry. I plugged us in late on the bands. That's my bad. All right. Well. Okay, make sure I've got these teams correct. Yes. We got 1 IQ on red side again. 1 IQ banning out that Lucian. Don't think they were expecting to see that, as Karis is on the roster for their CR bot lane. Don't think they saw that Lucian pick coming. Banning out Poppy and Amumu. Amumu was picked by CR's jungler last week as well in their loss versus ABW. So not wanting to play into that. 1 IQ. Generally bring in kind of the classic beer league comps. The big beefy AoE tank type plays. Amumu, Zac, Volibear. Oh, and it looks like we'll get to see Donovan back on the Jarvan. I think he actually played 1 game of Jarvan last week as well. That went pretty well for them. Jarvan generally a great beer league pickup as well. Oh no, my mic switched? Okay, hold on, I'm fixing it. Okay. There we go. Am I good on mic now? Nice. All right. Just to clarify, this Richie Player of the Week is for last week. We're on the last day of week 2 right now, so I think we'll ask Bunny Koo to pick a new Player of the Week for week 2 for us after today. Oh, and we will get to see Richie reprise the Yone that absolutely slapped last week. Played it into 2 different people. Had some excellent Yone gaming. And I think that'll be a much more aggressive pick for 1 IQ than the Taliyah. I expect that to go a little bit better for them. Taliyah, a champion I absolutely despise playing against, but didn't seem like it could quite finish the plays like they were looking to last game. And CR switching up with an Ezreal Zyra. And I think that may be them swapping roles back to their rostered roles. We got to see their mid lane on ADC last game and their ADC on mid. And I think they may be swapping back if we're seeing an Ezreal Zyra. And it looks like we will see in round 2, 1 IQ banning Kled. Very good ban, a classic Ched pick. He is the OG Beer League Kled. And Shen. A lot of target bans for top lane here. And CR banning out Soraka Udyr. That Udyr is actually a top targeted ban towards, oh god, what's his new name? Panda or something? Towards Austin. It's Austin. They're banning Austin with Udyr. I don't know about this Braum pick for 1 IQ. It is decent at blocking a lot of projectiles, but the Zac is going to jump over you. The Zyra ult is not impacted. It's a good block on the Ezreal ult. The Swain is going to just enjoy having another person in melee range to start sucking. And the Aatrox's not going to be particularly impacted by the Braum either, so not loving the Braum pick. I'm not sure what value we're going to get out of that. Generally, a champion I like very much and I think contributes a lot, but in this case, I just don't think CR picked a comp that is punished very much by Braum. 1 IQ definitely going for the Wombo combo again. We got the Jarvan ult into the Misfortune Yone ult into the Braum ult into the Kennen ult. So definitely could see them win some big fights if they are able to actually get all that Wombo off. But Swain and Zac again
Arts can shed light on
seem
our
like
fears.
they're very happy to take some extended fights. We don't have double enchanters this game, so we should see quite a bit less healing. Maybe not quite a bit
I don't
less
need
with
more
Swain
enemies.
Aatrox in the game. But we should see not quite such extended
Seems
fights.
you left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you go get them?
And I think that's probably a good call here. I think if 1 IQ drafted an extended fight comp again with Volibear Ornn, I think this Swain would really have a fun time with them. So I think a good choice picking a higher damage focused team here. But we'll have a few minutes to discuss as they are finishing up in-game draft right now, and then we will have a few minutes on spectator delay. So message all your favorite players, tell them good luck. Are we rooting for a 1 IQ comeback here, or are we looking for a CR win so that I can end my disastrous stream after only 2 games? Could be either one, really. Hard to say.
What must be done?
So I go.
And our 3-minute spectator delay begins now. Let's get some sick background music going again. Let's go for oh, this one. This one's a fun time. Let's check this one out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Spartans are Nasus enjoyers confirmed. That is why they outlaw. Alright, well, we got about a minute left on spectator delay. The current score is 1 CR, 1 IQ, 0. Sorry, my overlays are all wonky, so I'm struggling with that one. But as we move into game 2 about to start, 1 IQ definitely with some high damage output with Jarvan ult, MF ult, Yone ult, Kennen ult. Should be able to get some good burst going, maybe burst that Swain before he can suck all of their souls. But will definitely be a key to victory if they are able to do that. Let's get our blue side Skiri score updated. And now we should be good to go. Alright, here we go. Starting game 2. Get it zoomed out a little bit. Get all of our fun little displays going. Looks like CR pinging for an invade. They're all running. And 1 IQ looking to match. Looking for a deep invade down here. Alright. Let's see what we get. CR stacked for the counter invade. Oh no. And 1 IQ moving straight into them. Oh, and we will have a clash of the titans here. So it begins. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's a lot of fighting. Oh, and 1 IQ doomed from the start. Oh no. A huge Q from Ched on Aatrox to get a triple knock-up to start that invade play. And we will start 3-0 with a 1.3k gold advantage for CR before the game even starts. Absolutely phenomenal. It's beer league gaming right now. And some nice jabbering in chat. Looks like both junglers will do a pretty standard red side clear again. Donovan again getting a solo start. CR again leashing. But we are seeing Eric 29 on ADC again. And Caress mid. Interesting. Oh, looks like we're going to see a level 2 gank from this Donovan. Looking to early convert the first down on some J4 Gaming. Hoping for some revenge after that disastrous invade play, but just spends a lot of time waiting and then finally gives up as Ched not eager to step up against this Kennen early, it looks like. Just checking on bot lane. Zyra just standing on a ward, not a care in the world. Throws her E right on top of 2 plants that are on top of her. Not sure how effective that was, but gladly standing on a ward that she knows about and just posturing very aggressively regardless. Donovan probably wishing he was 2 camping into a bot gank instead of a top gank this game. Mr. Sleepy Panda getting a nice wave crash against this Aatrox already. Doing his best to make the most of being ranged into non-ranged, but actually going to come out behind in CS after Aatrox cleans up this wave. Just barely, but very close. Donovan rushing bot side, looking for a gank. Not spotted on the ward. This could be a big gank play. Should clean up the Zyra pretty easily. And do we get the Ezreal as well? This might be a double. Do we have a Braum Q in the tank? Oh, he flashes forward for it. And unfortunately, Eric's still going to be able to walk out. Oh, very, very tough. Eric's still sitting on a barrier there. He was hoping to bait that play. Some good discipline from 1IQ for not entertaining it. But disappointing to see the matched flash not result in a kill. Rihi having a nice time on the Yone already. Up about 10 CS. Crashing another wave right now. Oh, actually will not be able to crash in time. And Karis able to freeze the wave. In a very inopportune place. Donovan spending a lot of time walking around again, just looking for something good to do, but will retreat back to his Gromp. Aatrox now with the push top lane. Looks like he'll crash the wave and just take a reset. Going for a very long walk. Not resetting. Hanging out. Okay, starting our reset now. Excellent. Aatrox is basically ranged, says Sawdude, and if you're a true melee, I'm inclined to agree. Unfortunately, these days, there are very few true melees in this game. Yone, true melee, 11 dashes, you know? Not a lot of champions that don't have some kind of dash or mobility like Aatrox does. Oh, Donovan immediately spotted on a ward as Zyra wards Drag Pit as soon as he enters. Getting some free stacks there. Rihi happy to hang out mid as he sees this Swain is completely looking to punish as much as possible. And Swain will finally get the reset. Rihi decides he doesn't want to take 2 tower shots to cancel it back. Probably for the best. But he will have a very nice little CS lead going into his first back. He's watching this Zac step up on his Jarvan in Grub Pit now. Zac sees that he's spotted on a ward. But they are now spending a lot of time as both Swain and Aatrox coming in from mid. Aatrox off the TP. And now, 1IQ getting forced off the grubs again. Didn't even get one this time, unfortunately. And now 1IQ getting their resets in, getting their TPs back. Kennen crashes a nice little wave top. So Ched will not get out completely unscathed. But he should come out of this just barely behind in CS, as long as he's able to clean up a few of these. Rihi still posturing aggressively. A nice little dodge on the Swain eye. Couple of skill shots landed, a couple missed on both sides, nothing crazy. Aggressive CR bot lane, still pushing in, still punishing. Oh my goodness. And the story of the game right now might just be this CS gap in bot lane. Though we have a similar CS gap in mid at the moment. Almost identical, actually. Zach posturing for a gank mid, but not going to be able to get in range. Yone using one of his 5 dashes to CS, holding 3 more for any potential ganks. And Jarvan posturing back down for this first dragon still. Oh, but Zach is jumping in the pit right as Jarvan walks up. Oh no, but he didn't step up close enough to see him. Oh, they see him now, certainly. Zach immediately flashing out of the Jarvan EQ. Super Noob stepping up on Braum, but at 200 HP and tanking a couple of dragon hits. Zach and Swain now engaging. Will they burst the Swain, though? Yes. And the Yone Jarvan already paying dividends as they're able to one-shot the Swain before his ult can do anything for them. Oh, Rihi and Super Noob just one touch away from death as Eric29 on the Ezreal get to walk in and clean up a triple kill into a dragon play. And unfortunately, CR once again winning the numbers game as 1IQ's ADC not there, not able to participate in the fight. Even after 1IQ successfully bursted the Swain, really got rid of their main team fight win condition, they just were too low. And Ezreal gets lots of free cleanup, lots of free gold, and probably not what you want to see after Eric29's performance last game on Lucian was so devastating. Super Noob now on the flank here mid, looking for a gank, but not sure what he thinks he's going to be able to do against this Swain. Perhaps if those Qs were also hooking, then we might see something, but just hanging out. One IQ now in a significantly worse position than they started last game. Already almost a 3k gold difference, and they lost both of the first objectives so far this game. It is not looking great. Looking like 1IQ mid just barely holding on to a very, very slight gold advantage based on that CS difference, but otherwise everyone on CR is ahead of everyone on IQ. And particularly this Ezreal is up by over 2k gold already. Got a Triforce just ready to team fight away. Braum using his shield defensively under tower, blocking one Ezreal Q, and CR bot lane looks very, very happy to just continue to last hit and poke and punish and starve this 1IQ bot lane completely out of the game. And Braum just getting absolutely chunked. Eric29 easily 2v1ing the lane now, and Zyra is free to just roam to her heart's content. Swain getting engaged on by Rihi, but Chikas and Chet are on the back, and the support is underneath. And we should see a nice Zyra ult here, still holding it. And okay, I guess we will see a not so nice Zyra ult as it doesn't touch a single player. but CR over the top, able to kill the J4 anyway. And J4 rushing an Eclipse. An interesting choice, and I think probably the right choice in this comp where they need to burst Aatrox and burst Zac and burst Swain before they can heal. They're really not looking for extended fights, but certainly lethality-based J4 is not going to feel very good to play from behind like this. And Chica's actually getting caught out here by some Yone gaming. A Misfortune ult on the side to help get Richie out. Oh, but he will not get out, actually. The Ignite was just too much for him, and now Swain says, call an ambulance, but not for me. Oh, but just then his ult runs out. Zyra looking for a counter engage. And Zyra getting some nice damage off against MF. Donovan from 1IQ coming down for any potential continued fighting. But we'll see a little 1-for-1 action as Yone fully commits for the Zac, gets his man, but goes down in the process. Oh, and now Yone is getting to experience the joys of laning into this incredibly fed Ezreal. He says, I'm melee. If I'm on your head, I should win. But in fact, that's not the case. Eric29 just farming away this game. Champions, CS, towers, it really does not seem to matter. He is farming like a madman. And we see an interesting barrier from 1IQ's ADC. Stepping up to block as Eric29 2v1 tower dives. Comes out relatively unscathed and forces both 1IQ carries to back off before taking the turret. It's definitely looking tough. It's looking very tough, and CR not playing around this time. Immediately moving into position on this second dragon. Donovan from 1IQ trying to convert that into a Rift Herald. Looks like we will see Eric back and CR's support jungle farming a crab. So 1IQ should be able to at least get this Rift Herald. That'll be their first jungle objective of the game. And unfortunately, this early, despite the almost 4K, about 3.5K gold lead right now, 1IQ not going to see any objective bounties for a while, and the only shutdown on the map is Ezreal, which is a bit of a slippery fish, especially when your engage is primarily built around a Jarvan ult that he can do Ezreal things out of. Though, to be fair, we haven't seen Eric back off from a lot of plays. Again, another aggressive E forward trying to get more poke off. So, if 1IQ is able to convert the first down, gonna walk into a pink here, but posturing anyway. See some Swain Yone fighting. And Yone just immediately dashing out and waiting out the entire Swain ult. Oh man, that's gotta feel bad for Karis. What a perfectly balanced and fine to play champion. He's got a first item Rylai's on Swain. Ults on top of a melee who's diving his head and just watches him immediately jump to a different zip code and wait out his primary damage ability. That's a feels bad for sure. Richie with a nice gold advantage here. Lots of CS, about 40 CS ahead of this Swain right now. But he is probably going to need to start getting some pretty beefy kills if he wants to be the hyper carry threat that IQ needs right now. 1 IQ, excuse me. Unfortunately, they seem to be in a position where, unless Richie, or potentially this Kennen, potentially Mr. Sleepy Slapped Panda, he does have 2 kills. He does have a Storm Surge right now. If they can get engaged on a single target with a good wombo, they really should be able to burst them. But at this point, they have to decide between the Swain and the Ezreal, and I think both are very capable of wiping their entire team if they get enough time to do it. So, a tough spot for 1 IQ right now. We will see next Drake spawning in. Let me fix my overlays. Give me my. Oh, and let me back that up for just a second. I clearly missed that. And looks like we'll have Jarvan and Yone here look for a quick dive on this Swain. Jarvan ults, and Swain just immediately flashes out. Yone, of course, accessing the fight from a different screen, doing Yone things. And Eric29 still just absolutely crushing some towers, crushing some CS. Just waiting his turn, waiting for the opportunity to kill some players. Yone fighting into a Swain Zac combo. Jarvan with the lethality on the back. Does he have enough to finish the Swain? Oh, not quite. And Jarvan now forced to disengage as Swain almost made it out with 100 HP. Oh, but he goes back because he's a good guy and he wants to save his jungler, and he pays the price. Oh, tough one for the Swain. Yone getting a little bit more gold on him, but again, CR's ADC just down here forcing everyone from 1 IQ to disengage. Oh, but Sleepy Panda's on the flank, hits a big ult, and says, to hell with this. Flash R is good on everyone. And it looks like that should be first dragon of the game, or of their game, I should say, for 1 IQ. Dropping the Rift Herald at the same time, and Rift will walk mid. Not sure that they will get anything there, as Super Noob is not going to be able to fight off this Zac. He's piloting the Rift Herald directly into a wall. Okay. Not sure about that choice either. He's continuing to run in on the Zac, and will just narrowly miss the Ezreal ult. Zac and Swain deep in the back line of 1 IQ now, and we do have a Kennen TP in on top of this Swain. Unfortunately, doesn't quite have enough damage to just one-shot the Swain, because he does not have his ult up yet. But CR doing some really questionable, very, very deep diving, and hands a couple of kills back to 1 IQ before Eric29 can show back up after his forced reset. Zyra up here trying to match the Yone. That's not going to go well. Eric29 moving over, but 1 IQ has him on the ward. He'll reset. And just like that, the gold diff is 1.5k. Cut that gold lead about in half with a couple of big ults from Kennen. One big ult from Kennen, I should say, to force the kill on CR's ADC and support. And off of Eric being on the base reset, 1 IQ I mean, they didn't really make the play, but CR doing some really questionable dives without their ADC and their main source of damage, and gets punished for it as they die to bot T2 a couple of times and get 1 IQ back in this game. And it's starting to look like signs of life for 1 IQ. Rihi splitting bot against the Swain still. He puts his shield down, gonna go directly into the Zac engage. Oh, Zac misses the E. Rihi heals fully. He will now just start chopping away at this Zac. Dashes again, dives 3 more skill shots, does Yone things, jumps right back out. And a beautiful kill bot for Rihi as he takes down Swain, pushes the Zac out, will be knocking on this T2 here momentarily, and is definitely no slouch as far as taking towers. No one from CR even remotely responding. We may get to just see Richie auto-attack this tower completely to death from 100 to 0. Wouldn't that be nice? Aatrox finally rotating down now to stop the full tower take. And will we get to see a fight here? Now, Richie happy. His pockets are full. He is going home. Oh, and I missed the top lane action. CR. Oh, CR gives another huge Ezreal shutdown as they push for more towers. And 1 IQ with another big engage. Misfortune happy to walk up afterwards and throw some auto attacks on Baron, ready to go. But this damage-focused comp from 1 IQ really being led right now by some Kennen top lane gaming, which I don't know if that's what y'all expected, but if you told me Austin running the game on Kennen, I wouldn't have believed you. CR there seemed like Sawdude's solo queue teammates, and I tend to agree with you. There was some silliness afoot. Looks like we might be in for a whole series here, boys. 1 IQ for the first time this game actually up in kills. Still actually down in gold by just over 1K. But they are closing that gap with each of these continued shutdowns on Ezreal. He does not have any shutdowns left to give. He has given everything he had, but a definitely large swing in this game as we went from a 5-0 Ezreal to a 5-2 Ezreal. We went from about a 3.5K gold lead to about 1.5, and we saw 1 IQ pick up a dragon, so they're not struggling as much there either. Yone with a big engage on the Zyra, just instantly deletes her. And that's what you love to see. This is my player of the week. Maybe not after last game, but my goodness. This is what I came for. Zac again though, just deep in the backline. Misfortune starts to ult for just a moment. Zac just flashes and says, "I'll ult over here then." But it doesn't matter as Richie just keeps chopping away. Oh, Eric29 just soloing the game, though. Oh, he cleans up the Braum. He eased forward into the MF with 100 HP, and this guy is a madman. Swain now chasing the Misfortune, but Kennen is already off the reset. TP's back in. He's got eyes on the Swain. He's looking for him. Swain's on the wrong side of the map. Unlikely to outrun a Kennen here would be my guess. And Wandering Monarch steps up, gets a couple of autos in, helps clean up the Swain. They'll proc the dragon again. Hernandez teaches. CR support is over the wall, does not have vision. Going for the blind dragon steal. As both junglers are running from base. Jarvan's up here, Zac's up here. Oh my goodness, this is the play. This is the play of the week right here. Is this dragon going down to a Zyra ultimate? Oh my Let's watch that back. We've got a Zyra ult down on just clipping the edge of this dragon. We've got an Ezreal ult over the top that surely gets this steal. Surely. And look at this madman. Look at Donovan coming in clutch. This is what my team is forever going to show when they say, hit the smite, Jeff. Absolutely incredible. I don't know if that counts as a smite steal, but they certainly were about to lose that dragon to a 7-3 Ezreal ult. Dude, I also dream of objective takes like that. That was absolutely incredible. Yone sees a champion, engages that champion. Rihi has certainly hit his stride now. He's feeling very comfortable now that he's got this Bork plus Wits End combo. He is happy to dive anyone that will show their face. Wandering Monarch picking up another kill. Pressing R on top of that Jarvan ulti and doing misfortune things, as they say. Ezreal approaching a flame horizon on this ADC matchup, but is unfortunately, at the end of the day, just a squishy Ezreal. And 1IQ happy to keep diving him as they see those aggressive forward Ezreal E's. And this is certainly not the CR gameplay that we saw last game. As they are forced to match this side laning Yone, the team is just falling apart a little bit. Having a lot of success when they're all clustered together and they get to follow up on these big Zac engages, but they are quite easily getting outnumbered in most of these fights, and the 1IQ Wombo is just starting to take off. Finally, 1IQ takes the lead in this game with a Dragon take, followed by a Baron take, and they are now up by over 3k gold. Certainly quite the swing. Rihi running it down mid, level 17. He says, please show me a level 11 Zyra again. Watch what happens. Oh, and here it is. Full engage. Yep, you're level 11, Zyra. That's what happens. CR trying to counter engage. Face checking into a misfortune ult. Oh my goodness. And Eric with another forward E escapes from the Jarvan execution as Donovan fat fingers the wrong target. But Sleepy Panda, a.k.a. Slapped, a.k.a. Austin, a.k.a. The Goat, is in the back and just cleans it up with a lovely cannon ult. And 1IQ looking like they might push through all the way to an inhibitor here. Probably can't end the game, but definitely should be a pretty impactful play. A huge Aatrox Q, but unfortunately 1IQ just has the numbers advantage here. And if you step up on this Yone, you're going to get Yoned. And now giving another kill, and Karis might be going down here. Not quite. 1IQ says the Braum pick is clutch. We blocked one Ezreal ult. It was all worth it. 1IQ getting a reset here. They did get that one inhibitor mid. Starting to crack the base open. Starting to pull away with this kill advantage as well. Up 12 kills, even on Drakes. And with a very juicy 6k gold advantage for 1IQ now. Starting to clear the map. And just take a look at the vision. Look at the mini-map down here. We've got a ward here. We've got 4 wards in the CR bot lane or bot side of the jungle. And that's what we like to see. Don't just take things. Give yourself vision. Make sure they can't walk into your house. Both teams setting up now here for the dragon. Unfortunately, I can't remember the button for dragon timers. And CR hovering. Oh, and Zach will engage here. He's in the middle of them. Yone's on the flank, avoiding as much damage as he possibly can, and just starting to chop them up. Karis in the backline, though, shuts down the Kennen, and they, are finally able to burst this Yone, but is it too late? Ezreal now might be able to clean it, but unfortunately for CR, they are not quite able to finish as they just get chunked down too low. And what a wild team fight that was. Absolutely crazy. And 1IQ just barely coming out ahead there. Very, very close fight. And it looks like 1IQ is not going to end here. Okay. All right, sure. Misfortune and Braum say we can't possibly fight this 1-7 Aatrox, so they leave one Nexus Tower up for CR, keeping the game alive. They are backing and not taking Dragon. It's what I would call questionable call number 2 of that reset, but all right. CR now going to have another opportunity to engage or steal if they want to, as 1IQ starts this dragon very, very, very late. And they are in position for it. Here comes the Zac engage. Sleepy Panda again on the back line, holding ult, holding his engage to the last minute. Zac and Aatrox. Zac is prioritizing this dragon. And just an absolute mess here. Swain able to 1v1 and just continuously heal. Chica's still running around in the back line, just keeping 1IQ as busy as possible. And 1IQ is down a man, but Ezreal is super low, gets one shot by the bouncing MFQ. Donovan now on the back line with this CR support. He's going to walk away. They're going to re-engage the jungler as soon as he moves in. And a nice heads-up play from 1IQ to split focus and immediately swap back to that Zac. Unfortunately, it's after CR already took the dragon and got the associated bounty. So just some really questionable decisions going on. I don't know why we didn't finish this CR Nexus Tower before resetting if we were going to reset. And then I really don't understand why we reset instead of killing that dragon before CR could have even spawned. But that's why we call it Beer League. And yes, definitely Sawdude. CR definitely should have backed out after that after they secured that dragon. But as you say, hindsight is 2020. Looks like Karis will be cleaned up for free by 1IQ's top ADC support combo. Jarvan hovering nearby. Yone in the vicinity as well. They're looking for a Baron. And let's count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wards that 1IQ has of top of CR jungle right now. They are taking this Baron for free. Yone and Braum standing out in front, harassing Zac just a pinch. And with that 1IQ Baron secure, we should be seeing them looking for an end. Jarvan and Kennen taking a quick reset, running from base. And it looks like it's time to play some ARAM. Rihi, absolute insanity, diving from the opposite side of the map into a 1v3 just to get some poke off. Does not care in the slightest. 1IQ almost has all 5 members here. Jarvan just arrived to the party. Brahm's shield is down for a moment. Zyra hovering the edge. Rihi is out there hunting for Zyra blood. And both teams just posturing back and forth. Richie taking another free dash. Unfortunately for CR, 1IQ is just poking them out here. And now we'll take this inhib, relatively uncontested. Now let's see if they want to stay for more. They appear to be rotating up to top lane. They don't have much of a wave up there, but certainly they can bring what they have. And if they have all 5 of them, they probably need about 1 caster minion to get the job done. Sleepy Panda on the flank, looking to make sure that CR can't get position from over the wall. No surprise, Zac engages. Rihi, again, 1v5, diving in, gets the Swain ult. Swain goes down to the MF ult. Zac diving the back lane, but MF ult is holding the CR team at bay. Now Donovan in the CR backline gets eaten up by Eric with the Zyra ultimate. Eric, the last wave clear for CR, but he's dangerously low. And he's got to be really careful here. These MFQs can get very close to one-shotting him. Zac with another engage, but we see IQ is TPing into the play. Here comes Mr. Sleepy Panda again, and they will clean up that Zac. Rihi, again diving. Absolute insanity. All I can say is ban Yone. Though, to be fair, our friend Wandering Monarch here, who started and still is at a significant CS deficit, ending the game 15-3. And that will wrap it up for game 2, so we will have a 3-game series here. Let's see what they have in store for us on next draft, shall we? All right. And we're just checking out some rosters here. So as you can see, Karis, who's been playing mid, is actually their rostered ADC. Eric29, their rostered mid laner, has played ADC both games. So we will look and see if that's what we'll expect here in game 3 as well. It looks like we will have 1IQ on red side for all 3 matches. Move into our draft overlay. Let's see. Not sure what I'm doing here. All right, that's right. We're waiting on the old Draftarooski. All right, what do we think in chat? What do we expect to see here? All right. Put our starting soon screen on while we wait for Game 3 draft to begin. right. Let me see if I can get my draft screen to actually work. 'Cause that would be just phenomenal. Get our series scores updated. Oh, and I think, aha! No, my draft is still not looking correct. Okay, I thought I had it. I don't know what this does, but let's try it. Nope, all right. All right, well, we're not going to have an overlay, but don't worry, I believe in all of you. Don't know why that won't display for us, but all right. All right, let's see what we got. CR on blue side again, first picking the Zac, has been their priority pick for all 3 games, and I think we can see why. It's been extremely disruptive, very powerful for them. Definitely won them game 1, wasn't quite enough in game 2. We do see CR with the first ban on Yone, which, you know, I'm going to say called it on that one. Definitely the right choice. And then a Senna and a Seraphine ban for CR. 1IQ banning out Poppy, Amumu, Lucian again, not changing it up because they found what works for them. No need to do anything differently. And it looks like so far both teams relatively content to run it back with the exception of the Yone. It'll be interesting to see if CR goes for some round 2 bans of Kennen. But Kennen was pretty impactful last game just to have some raw damage to apply, get some of those shutdowns on CR's very large ADC. Ban out Zac next week, Saw Dude. Am I playing you next week? Saw Dude says, I wish I could play well enough that a team first bans my champ next game. You know, I think you can. I think you definitely can. Break out some of that Skarner. I've seen you play some good Skarner. And let's see. We've got a Nyla Nami. Interesting choice, and I really do like this for CR. It seems that their rostered mid should probably be their rostered ADC, as I expect that Nyla is Eric 29 again. And if they are going to lean into that 6-point player, bringing a lot of value to the team, Nyla kind of goes crazy. It's like a even more defensively safe Samira, in my opinion, that just has a ton of wombo potential, but also has no problems being trapped in a J4 ult, has no problems being trapped in a Kennen dive. She's more than happy to just immune all of those abilities with her little squiggly E thing. So far some good stuff to support the Nyla. I'd like to see CR pick something more traditional beer league utility tank top instead of something like the Aatrox, as really that Nyla appears to be their win condition, and would like to see them play around it a bit more. 1IQ banning out Shen and Mordekaiser, leaving the Kled open, which is a Ched favorite, so we may see that get picked up. CR banning out Aurora and Hui. A lot of target bans going towards Rihi here, and that seems to be a good decision. He did extremely well on the Yone last game, definitely saved that game for 1IQ, but wasn't super impactful on the Taliyah, in my opinion. There were a couple of Taliyah E's that, if they had landed, would have been very impactful, but unfortunately, you know, if they had landed. 1IQ picks up the Soraka, which is just a generally good pick. Doesn't seem super impactful here as they don't have anyone tanky so far. Expecting to see this Jarvan go a lethality build again. And CR rounding out the comp with a Mundo top, which is some good utility juggernaut things. Keep someone alive. And an Azir. Azir definitely... Oh, not Azir. Swaps to Orianna at the last moment. And definitely an Orianna ult on top of a Nyla ult would be absolutely devastating. I did like the concept of the Azir, though, to have something to push the Jarvan out of his engage, push the Kennen out of his engage, potentially disrupt a Misfortune ult. I thought the Azir actually looked pretty promising, but Orianna can do, you know, similar things, especially if a lot of people are trapped in that Jarvan ult, and Orianna ult on top of everything is not bad. And we will get to see Austin on Cassante, which should be really interesting. Seems like a great pick into Mundo, just due to the ability to crack his passive repeatedly and relatively for free. But Cassante is one of those champions for me where you just have to be really good to play some good Cassante. But if you are, it is devastating. And Cassante, certainly with a Soraka pumping infinite heals in their later team fights, could definitely be problematic. Now we will let them drop into in-game draft. How do I do, anybody know how to do the, like, polls and stuff? I don't know if I can do that in Twitch. I appreciate you talking to me, Saw, dude. You're the only person I can count on.
You left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you go get them? Okay.
Alright. Well, we are going to be in draft and then in spectator delay for about 3 minutes here. So I am going to take the opportunity for a quick bio break and grabbing a beverage. But we will be starting soon with Game 3. Tied up, 1-1 series. I think it's only our second full 3-game series of the season so far. And it promises to be a banger, as we've seen a very dominant CR in Game 1. And a great start from CR, but then a full takeover from 1IQ in Game 2. And it seems both games have started with one team ahead and then a very large swing the other direction. So we'll see if Game 3 is equally spicy. But we'll be back here in about 3 minutes and 59 seconds. All right, see y'all then.
I'd rather be home anyway.
All right, we are back just in time for the game to start. Let's get zoomed out here a little bit. Let's see if we see some more cheese invade action. Clearly, it was highly successful. Oh, we've already got 1IQ announcing in all chat that they will be invading bot side. Looks like they are going for a strict 5-point here. And it looks like CR going for the same method. 1IQ jungler standing mid is a surprising choice. Ah, there we go. Objective timers. That's what I was looking for. All right. We'll actually have objective timers this game, so that'll be better. I will not ban you out. And let's see what we get here. Nothing crazy. Again, CR, leashing. 1IQ, not leashing. But every single time, I just want to point out, we've had 3 games in a row now. 1IQ, uncontested bot lane. They could have pulled this wave. They could have caused CR to miss CS and XP from the beginning. And just doing absolutely nothing with the leash advantage. Nice heads-up ward from Rihi. And this is a K'Sante mid Kennen top. They absolutely tricked me. I had no idea. And I should have. Austin played Kennen last game. I've been blind. I don't know how good of a time Richie is going to have against a ranged mid laner. I guess K'Sante does have several dashes, but still seems a bit suspicious to me. Let's check in with bot lane, where there always promises to be some good poke. Looks like both teams trading a little bit, but happy to just heal the damage away nonetheless. Sleepy Panda already getting a nice push on this Mundo. Just doing his best to keep the wave pushed in as hard as he can for as long as he can. Misses a Q there. Karis and Rihi trading somewhat evenly. Rihi up 4 CS so far. Our bot lane, Nyla up 10, well now 8 CS. Nothing crazy, really. Top lane fairly even. Donovan and Chikas trading. Chikas caught out on the ward, but doesn't know it. Donovan running into a gank top lane. Ched, nice sidestep. Will it be enough? Not quite. He is able to sidestep the Jarvan EQ combo, but just doesn't have enough even after flashing to run out. Zach getting the engage off just barely on Rihi mid, but he's happy to slide away, hit a couple of quick emote taunts. CR bot lane is already fully reset, but now running up towards mid, caught on the Scuttle Crab. Rihi on the second Zac gank, then forced to flash away. Zac still hovering. And Super Noob coming up for some Soraka support. Not sure if we're going to see anything happen here. Soraka plus K'Sante seems like pretty painful to try to engage into. But true to form, Eric29 sees that the support is missing bot and says, I will gladly tank this triple stacked wave so I can get some poke off. Should see a pretty generous CS and XP advantage here for the CR bot lane again. Nami moving back into position is on the ward. Donovan is there as well, but he's on a CR ward. CR gets a ward down on the center bush. Zach now on golems. Oh, and it looks like we got some action top lane. Sleepy Panda just barely getting away from the Mundo push. He does have TP, so we should see that TP out top lane to save the wave. Bot lane, Zach's still hovering. They know that IQ has no vision here. They're looking for the engage, but just a little bit too little too late. Not quite able to hit the engage. Hits the Q, but has to walk out of range to get to another minion to grab. And so nothing happening there. 1IQ doing a nice job backing off, playing conservatively into this very aggressive CR bot lane. Donovan up top, starting the grubs. Has wave advantage mid. Top is even, but the Mundo is fully in vision. Sleepy Panda's got the XP lead, so not a ton of danger there. Ched hitting 6 just now. Austin dropping down to give Donovan a few quick auto attacks to clear these grubs. Zach, knowing that the grubs are being taken, starting the dragon, but he is on it solo. It is going to take him quite some time to get that completed. CR bot lane now rotating over to help him as Rihi looks for a little bit of trade in mid. Seems to get the worst end of that, but not by much. And Cassante, you know, pretty close to immune to damage. Donovan able to finish the grubs. CR able to finish the first dragon. Pretty even trade on objectives there. I do tend to give the edge to dragons in Beer League, as games tend to go longer, and those team buffs tend to be more impactful. But certainly, we could see some change up here. Can Cassante carry like Yone? Saw, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Cassante can carry like Yone, but if you can play Cassante well enough to carry like Yone, you'd probably be about 11 points. Richie doing a really nice job pressuring, and we might almost saw a kill there on the Karis, actually. Karis flashing away from the Cassante engage. Oh, and I missed a Mundo kill. Excuse me. Let's run it back. Sleepy Panda still pressuring top. Oh, and we see a nice dive from the Jarvan. Easy cleanup. Walking out. Not sure we needed that flash there, but a good kill nonetheless. 2 kills for Jarvan to start the day, and it looks like he is going for likely that lethality build again. It looks like he's building for Eclipse. That could also be, you know, a Cleaver or a Hydra of some kind, but guessing he'll run back the same thing as last time. Rihi getting Orianna ulted into the tower to soak an extra tower shot. Doesn't mind too much. He says, I'm a Cassante. Health is for suckers. Staying around to farm the wave, and look at the respect this Orianna is giving Cassante. Look how far away she is. And clearly, as she rightfully is, as Jarvan is just hovering there with a pink. But absolutely insane to see a ranged laner having to play so far off the wave versus what is supposed to be a melee tank. And that Cassante melee tank has the highest CS in the game by a good margin. Wandering Monarch engaging on Nami here, dodges the bubble, gets a decent amount of poke off, nothing too crazy. Jarvan's up here clearing, Zach is transitioning down, he's only got 1 camp up, so he may look for an engage here mid. Richie still posturing. Zach looking for the engage. Gets the engage, but isn't able to get a whole lot of damage off. Rihi, gets to immediately turn and kill the Orianna. Flashes back out of the tower. Will he go down to the Zach here? He will. Zach able to activate his Aftershock off of the ult and get enough damage to finish off the Cassante there. Again, that Cassante has a Spectre's Cowl and a Negatron Cloak. And that's what he's using to kill this Orianna through turret dives. Let's check on our gold advantage here. Nyla up by just over 500 gold in the bot lane, with a decent little CS difference. Starting to build up a slight level advantage as well. Soraka rotating towards top side. Looks like 1IQ will be bringing support over for Grubs to try to get all 6. Rihi still punishing mid. Looking for the Zac engage. Dodges the Zac engage. Trading. Eats the Orianna ult. Sucks her right back in anyway. Now has a Soraka to assist. Just doesn't even care. Gets engaged on. Puts the enemy mid laner to 100 HP. Jarvan just walking directly in. Flashing to execute the Orianna, who's again down at 100 HP. And then walking right back around, give Rihi a little flag to get some increased attack speed, and then move into Grubs. Zac engaging on Rihi. Rihi says, I'm immune to CC. Best of luck to you. But CR has brought their bot lane up. Oh, and they've got a big engage on this Soraka. Soraka should go down here. Eric 29, flaying, takes down Donovan. Chica still has a res. Absolutely no way for 1IQ to win this one now, and Rihi recognizes that and immediately slides out. He is able to pop the Zac passive, but again, that Nyla, not getting either of the kills there, but that Nyla, the ability of that ADC to just dive into that Deathball comp, live and still output damage, I think spells a lot of trouble for 1IQ for this game. We will see Ched tower diving for a Kennen kill. Goes down in return to the last tower shot. Chicas now going for Grubs. 1IQ already has 4, has the Grub buff. They really don't need this. But Donovan going in anyway to contest. Tries to smite to steal the Grub, but Chica smites the farther Grub, which heals the second Grub that Donovan smited, causing him to not get either of those. But now, Sleepy Panda TP's in. We should see a kill on Chicas. We do. Rihi's going absolutely hard in the paint, dodging the Nami Q. MF standing in the back, throwing some ults, pushing some additional damage. 1IQ comes out with the same number of Grubs, but gets the Zac kill. They should rotate down here for a dragon play. And Richie, not exactly drowning in kills, but definitely being extremely problematic on this Cassante just for his ability to face tank. And I think what we're really going to see this game is Nyla able to fight through Richie specifically? Because clearly this Nyla can already hit some wombo, clean up the Soraka, clean up the Misfortune, probably even clean up the Jarvan since he's building lethality. He's going to be pretty squishy. On the back of a Zac engage or an Orianna ult, this Nyla can already do work. But what's going to really seal it is Nyla able to ult and have her way, play her game through Cassante engaging on her. And it's going to be interesting to see how quickly she accelerates versus how quickly Richie needs to start building armor. Because you can see he rushes a Kaenic Rookern first item, Murktread's second. He's definitely prioritizing his lane opponent here. And to be fair, there's a Mundo, there's a Zac, there's an Orianna. There's quite a bit of AP damage on this CR team. And that's where it's going to be on Nilah not just to survive Richie standing on her head, but also be able to kill him herself. Let's see what we've got bot lane. Eric29 looks like they'll be finally finishing bot T1 at 15 minutes, just after plates fall. Zac and Nami standing up, looking for a kill on this enemy MF, but she is playing very safe. She knows the deal, sees the engage come in anyway, and Ched TPing in as well. A 4-man gank bot for Misfortune, and the Ched TP definitely egregious and unneeded. But even without that, committing a lot of resources for bot T2 just to reset, and they will lose top T1 in response and get a decent chunk out of mid T1. Probably not a bad trade for the T2 bot. But then you'll also see Jarvan collect that Rift Herald. So overall, the macro on that play is, I'd say it's pretty 50-50. Richie stepping up here to do some trading. Nilah stepping forward, and she may be just too far forward, but she activates that E and lives for quite a while, but just not long enough. Her whole team was not there. She was much too aggressive, way too far forward there. And E limits a lot of damage, but it doesn't block literally everything forever. So CR here looking for a counter engage off of a Chica's dive, seeing some patented Zac tech, and getting some decent trades, but most of 1IQ able to escape just with the slightest amount of health. And now they are all re-engaging as they get to 5v1 on a full health Mundo, who wasn't able to participate much in the fight initially. And unfortunately, what looked like a very good engage from Chicas, there was just, CR just didn't have anything to follow it up with, as without that Nilah, they really don't have a lot of DPS. And unfortunate, because if we saw that same engage, but Nilah hadn't been caught out already, I think that fight goes very, very differently. 1IQ now starting to pull away with a slight gold lead, just about 2.5k right now. They're content to go back to a little bit of farming, up 4 kills, even in Dragons, up in Grubs 4-2, and they do have a Rift Herald. I believe they already dropped that Rift Herald, though. Am I crazy? I think they did. They dropped that Rift Herald. I don't think they got much with it. I think they got mid T1 with that. Let's see what else we've got. Mid and ADC have swapped in both lanes. Richie just completely ignoring this Orianna now. Doesn't even care that her ball is on his head the entire game. Not doing anything through that Chaotic Rookern. He is more than happy to soak entire waves as he clears them with those Cassante Qs. He's just out here doing Cassante things. Hitting a couple of emote spams. Love to see it. That's what we like in our beer league matches, is some emote spamming. Zac hovering like he's going to engage, but Jarvan, Sleepy Panda on the Kennen, and Soraka on the backline, all hovering. What looks like a very bad position for CR. The rest of Team CR is moving up now as the dragon spawns. Nilah, again, completely by herself. No help from Zac, no help from Orianna. She's going to get fully engaged on and deleted as she is just in the completely wrong zip code again. And just unfortunate, just bad positioning is what's determined both of these last two team fights. CR really not able to do much without Nyla, and unfortunately, if Nyla and Zach are on opposite pages, which they clearly were in that engage, it goes very, very poorly for them. 1IQ will now clean up a second dragon. We might see Chicas look for a steal here. They do not have any vision in the pit, but he is nearby. Doesn't look like he'll go for it. Sleepy Panda on the Kennen, just auto-attacking some turrets down. And this Kennen is looking very strong both games. 5-1 and 5 currently this game. Rushed a Crypt Bloom for the Magic Pen into that Mundo and into this Zac. And he's doing some work. Already got the Oblivion Orb for anti-heal as well as the Leandri Burn. Looking pretty good so far. Definitely some nice damage output. Rihi still with the highest CS in the game on a Cassante mid. Pretty incredible there. But really, I think the story of this game is, unfortunately, in kill participation. And you see CR's top lane has a KP of 2. CR's mid lane has a KP of 1. And that's really why these fights aren't going how they want them to, is their team is just not together. And we've got predictions in the chat. Sawdude says, looking big for 1IQ. Is that a locked-in prediction? Are you calling 1IQ for the series, Mr. Sawdude? Baron is up. We see a little bit of posturing for 1IQ hovering in the area of Baron. Sleepy Panda on the flank would love to get an engage here on the enemy CR bot lane, but he's going to step up into this Zac, and he says, oh no, I'm the one getting engaged. Luckily, he's got very quick little feet there. He's walking right back out. Not a problem in the world. Rihi clearing wards in Baron Pit. Jarvan taking the enemy blue buff as all of CR hovers mid. Mundo stepping up pretty far. I've heard that Mundo goes where he pleases, but I've also heard that Jarvan 4 ults make that much more challenging. J4 diving directly onto Karis. Orianna will get deleted. Nyla on reset, not there, not able to participate. Now we'll get engaged on by Rihi. Rihi, oh, Rihi with a disgusting play. Let's watch that one back. Rihi with this engage onto Nyla is going to use his ult to take her through the wall of the T1 mid turret. Pull her completely away from her team and in the middle of all of his. She's deleted before his ult can even go off. And that was a beautiful heads-up play by Rihi. Really well executed. 1IQ now with a 5-3 player advantage, heading to the Baron. CR stepping up. They do have a lot of beef with Ched and Chicas able to keep pressuring into the pit, but 1IQ, seeing Mundo step too far, says okay, turns, fully engages him, burns him down 5v1. Chicas in the back line looking for the Baron steal, but 1IQ more than happy to just farm players if they can't farm objectives. Chicas now diving into the Baron pit and will get 5-man from every direction. And that will be a free Zac cleanup, and now 1IQ will start the Baron in earnest. And it looks like we'll continue to see CR trickle in one at a time, constantly moving into range of this Baron. Donovan does not care, says ADCs do not belong within range of lethality J4. And 1IQ will turn, engage, and get their, what was that, I think 6 kills now in a row as they just stand in front of Baron Pit and continuously start the objective and stop the objective. Now they will fully clear the Baron finally. Mundo's respawn but stuck in base. 1IQ on a perfect reset timer to take the Baron, reset to base, and reset directly into what will be their third dragon of the game. CR not spawned yet. Still 10 seconds on the Orianna, 5 seconds on the CR bot lane. 1IQ streaming out of base. Should see them rush straight through mid lane and down into this dragon, which is spawning in 25 seconds. Donovan hung up doing a little bit of shopping. But the rest of 1IQ is already moving into position. Getting this mid-wave set with their Baron buff. Rihi doing some excellent PvE on this Void Scuttle Crab. And 1IQ just about fully in position now. CR is there as well. Again, though, Zac is on a different planet than the rest of his team, and 1IQ is fully engaging into a Mundo, which doesn't seem recommended, but they are able to successfully take down the Mundo. But now Eric29 getting some resets, finally getting some kills, unfortunately runs out of abilities before he's able to clean up the rest of 1IQ. Zac able to provide enough of a distraction on the flank to keep the 1IQ mid and top lane and support busy as they run around to chase him, leaving the rest of their team at a numbers disadvantage as they engage into the Mundo Nyla. And despite Mundo being 1-7, Orianna being 0-6, and Nyla being 2-5, signs of life from CR as the Nyla picks up, I think, both kills there. Definitely what they want, but again, seems that it might be a little bit too little too late. And they're really missing a critical part of the setup, which for me is this Nyla needs the distraction of a big fat Zac bouncing around in the backline if she wants to get to kill people. And so far, every fight we've seen, the Nyla and Zac have been on different screens entirely. Have not met, have not been together. Jublet also in the chat calling it for 1IQ. We've got Sawdude and Jublet saying unwinnable for CR. Nyla now solo laning top, PvEing, while her team is getting engaged on by Rihi and Sleepy Panda. Rihi going crazy here, hitting a ton of damage. Sleepy Panda on the other side says, well, I'll take a kill for myself as well. And Nyla getting 2 objective bounties on these 2 turrets, but this might just be the end. Does 1IQ push to end here? It is 5 1IQ angry players out for blood versus a Nami. Oh, a huge Nami bubble on 4 targets. Nyla dives in, but will she have enough? Is her pocketbook big enough? Oh, not quite. A huge Nami bubble for a 4-man knockup. Nyla dives in, is able to delete the 2 squishiest people on 1IQ in their support and ADC, but 1IQ just has a lot of beef left over, and they start hammering that Nyla as she comes out of her E and end the game. So that is it for the series. Yeah, again, huge if CR was all there. Very disappointing to see CR kind of come apart in Game 3 and just not seeing the coordinated team play that we saw in Game 1 where they absolutely dominated. So GG's all the way around. Bunny Koo says 1IQ is getting player of the week every week at this rate. I have to say, if it's going to be based on this series, my man Austin is looking very impactful thus far. The Kennen was much nastier than expected. So that being said, definitely can make the case for quite a few people on 1IQ. Rihi, very, very dominant both games. Not a huge kill line on Game 3, but nonetheless, huge impact on that Yone. That'll wrap it for 1IQ versus CR in a 2-1 series. 1IQ will continue to advance, lock their wins. And that'll be it for the stream. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. See ya.